Oh, that wind feels good. It's about 80, maybe a little bit over 80. I'm in Cloverdale, California, which is kind of in between San Francisco and Sacramento. We are on our way up through the north. Next week, we leave Saturday. We leave here Saturday to go to Portland, Oregon from here. And our trip is going to end in Seattle, or around Seattle, August 8th. We will leave. Hi, Steven. We will leave Seattle area August 8th and head home, like all the way across country, the north of the country, but all the way across. So, hi Lori, hi Jackie. Trying to make this a little more stable because it's moving. And so we plan on being home somewhere the middle to the end of August. I want to make it home for my oldest son's birthday, which sounds terrible because we've missed like everyone else's birthday already. But, you know, we sent stuff home, but, you know. So that's the plan. My plan to do a bunch more videos while I was out here on the road kind of went to shit. I don't know if you all noticed, but part of what happened is I cannot depend on Wi-Fi at the campgrounds. Now, I don't know how this is because I'm not on my Wi-Fi. I'm hoping that in Central California, I'm hoping I have enough signal anyway, cell signal, that it'll be okay. But we have been a lot of places that have not been okay. For example, the last place we were at, which we were supposed to be at until the 21st or 22nd, was Yosemite. It's right near Yosemite National Park. And there is no cell service and no internet. Like none. Even at the Welcome Center. Oh, good. The video's good. Yay! Even at the Welcome Center, it's nothing. We could not download music. We could not download like a show to watch for later or anything. I could like barely check in. I could check in on Messenger and say, hey, how's it going? So I did that once or twice a day. But it was really bad. So that's why book club has been pushed back. And because it was already kind of pushed back, I just decided to take a break and try to get my shit together a little bit, and get my laundry done and all that kind of stuff. So I have so much to talk about though. Like I have a whole list of videos that I want to do and outlines of videos that I expected to do months ago. Because I have learned so much since we have been on the road. I'm going to try to move this over a little and see if I can see it. I'm probably going to break it. Let's see if I can move this and stabilize it. Oh, stabilize. This is a very cheap tripod that kind of breaks when you move it too much. So I'm trying, but we'll see. Okay, maybe, possibly. Good. There's so much about my path that I have learned since we left 6 months ago. We left right after Thanksgiving. So there's a shit ton that I have learned. And I for one thing, I think I want to do a video on, if you guys who know me real well know that I have always had a lot of stuff. Like I've always talked about how you don't need the stuff to practice a pagan path. But I have always had a lot of stuff. So this has been such a learning experience for me because in the RV, I can't carry a lot of stuff. So as a matter of fact, I carried a lot more stuff than I have been using. So again, one of those learning curve things that I thought I would need a lot more stuff. But out here, because I'm connected a lot more to nature than I ever have been, because, you know, there is no, let me rephrase that. We have a bathroom in the RV. It's not like we don't have a bathroom, but we purposely try not to use it because it's this teeny little closet, and we try really hard, especially not to, you know, do anything solid in there, because it's harder to get rid of. And so we try to go to the campground bathrooms for that kind of stuff. And I don't use the shower. We don't use the showers in there. We use the campground showers and stuff. So it's a process of always going outside. Anytime we want to get to something, you know, we have to go outside every single day without fail. And it used to be at home that I could, you know, hermit myself away. And if I was depressed, or if I was feeling lazy, or if I just didn't feel like doing a whole lot, I would not see the outside for a couple days. I could do that very easily and not step foot outside. That has not been the case. For 6 months, I have been absolutely forced to go outside every single day, at least a little. And that's been wonderful. It's been really, really great, because it has taught me a lot about my path. I mean, I always was connected to nature, but to really be in it as much as I have been is a whole different thing. To have the time and to be able to expend the energy that I do have outside every day is a lot different. So that's been really good. There's a lot that I have learned doing that. So I would like to maybe do a series about doing as much as you can with not as much stuff, with, you know, just what you have internally. Can't wait to hear about it. Yay! Me too. And, you know, the fact that I have, now I wrote this down someplace. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I realized recently, I think Pookie said something to me, Danny said something to me, like it was my anniversary in March of being on YouTube. And in March, I have been on YouTube for 8 years, which I'm like, holy shit. I don't know, you know, time goes so quickly that you're like, really? It's been that long? I've done over 1,100 videos. So I have done a whole lot of videos. In that time, in that 8-year span, I have learned so much, and my path looks so different. Like the fundamentals, I would say, are the same, but my path, my practicing path looks very different than it did when I started. You know, I trust myself much more. I don't look to all the books as much as I did. Not to say I don't look at the books at all, because I do. But I trust what I believe to be true a lot more than I used to in the past. And I use what's around me. You know, my altars, you all have seen my altars, were usually pretty big. Hi, Michelle. And I represented, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. And I'm not saying that I won't ever go back to that if we get a house someday or a stable place to live. But for now, my altars are, you know, when I go outside on our picnic table and I put something on our picnic table that represents God and Goddess to me, a rock and a leaf, or, you know, a glass of water, and the stick that I picked up on the way that I thought had a cool knot in it, or rocks. I have picked up so many rocks. I will say, I still have a rock obsession. And I keep saying I want to label, like, okay, these rocks all came from here and these rocks all came from here, and I haven't done it yet. So, and I know my memory is not great, so I'm hoping I can remember enough to actually get to it. But I am picking up rocks like crazy. It's funny what is available in different parts of the country is very different, and you can pick up all kinds of rocks off the ground that are, you know, cool agates and carnelians and lava stones. I've picked up obsidian all over. I just picked up a huge piece of obsidian from here that must be this big, and it's just beautiful. But, you know, laying on the ground. So that's been really cool. Plant life. I love the plant life. I have 2 apps that I have been working with. iNature and something else. It's connected to iNature. I Care or I Seek. That's what it is. I Seek and iNature. I've been working with both of those apps since I left to help me identify. They're really good at identifying. And if I don't know at all, I will go on iNaturalist. It's not nature, iNaturalist. I will go on iNaturalist, and you take several pictures and you put it out there, and the experts will kind of help you out and let you know. It'll tell you, okay, I think it's probably this. These are the characteristics. Does this look like that? You fucker. Sorry. I've been trying to get a picture of this awesome blue bird, and every time I see it, I like pull my camera out and it disappears. It's a specific kind of blue jay that is blue and black, and it's really gorgeous. And it just flew over there, which of course now I'm on my phone, I can't take a picture of it. Anyways, it's funny. It's been doing that a lot. 3 times today. Yes, so I've had so much fun on the road, and so many hardships too. I don't want to make it seem like, oh, it's just been a joy, happy, fun time. It has been interesting to learn how to live in very close quarters with 2 men that I'm related to and love very much, but it's hard to live. You know, I'm 50 years old, so living with my father is a tough thing sometimes. I love my dad to death, but we are very much alike in some things, and that means that we clash sometimes. And I've always loved Peter, but he too, we get on each other's nerves, especially in close quarters. It's better when we can go outside. It's better. So it has been better lately because we've been in better weather. So that's a learning thing. There's many things about the campgrounds that I have learned, that, you know, I'll kind of do some things to put it into witchy terms, but I thought today I would show you some of the things that I have been meaning to show you from different. I'm not going to do one of the videos that I have outlined, since this is kind of just a catch up, but I wanted to show when we went to Los Angeles, we rented a car, which is something we don't do very much because we don't have a whole lot of money, and it's not easy for us to rent a car. But when we went to LA, we were like, okay, this is one of the places that I really want to be able to see different things in LA. So we rented a car for a week, and we did get to go to several places in LA. One of the places we went to was called the Getty Villas. Getty. And I got a couple things at the Getty Villas, which I was super excited about. They were absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I chose the Getty Villas because I thought my husband and I would both really like that particular, it's kind of a museum. And we did. We both loved it. It is a recreation of a villa from like the 1st century over in Herculean. Is that the town over there? Around whatever that town is. It's near Pompeii. Hi, Trisha. Yes. Near Pompeii, and they recreated. Oh, that feels so good. Mama is still having my hot flashes, by the way, which is another. I'm like gonna kill somebody with these hot flashes because I keep thinking I'm having a heart attack at night because my heart is racing. But anyways, they're absolutely gorgeous, and they have statues of all kinds of gods and goddesses that were found in the volcanic ash, and they've recreated some of the bigger ones, and some pieces are real and some of them they recreated and that kind of thing. Absolutely gorgeous place though. And I was able to spend a little money there, and so let me show you. The first thing is they had different little god and goddess statues, and if you go online to I think it's here, shop.getty.edu, and it's probably, oh no, it's not backwards because I'm using the other thing. Shop.getty.edu. California's so stunning. Are you going to Mendocino? I don't think so. Where is that, Heather? Hi, by the way, hi. I don't think so. We started in the south. We started in San Diego area. We went to LA. We came here, which is in between San Francisco and Sacramento. And Yosemite, we went to Yosemite. And then we're heading to Oregon from here. But we're probably going back out because we don't have any place to live still. So after a couple months of being home this summer, we're probably going back out on the coast, Highway 1. Probably not, but again, there's so many different places that I want to see. It's impossible to get all of them at once. I will put it on my list though. So that shop has these awesome little God and Goddess statues that are really, really affordable. And one of them I got was, look at the Medusa statue. Isn't that cute? I have learned on the road that I cannot have statues that are breakable. So these are like, you know, the little figurines that are like action figures kind of, but they don't have like bendable limbs. But I loved this Medusa statue, and it's so cute, and it's like got so much detail to it. I absolutely love it. It's where Murder, She Wrote was filmed. Oh, that's so cool. And this was $13, which is awesome. And it's mostly Greek and Roman and some Egyptian. They also have some Egyptian there. But because that is like the statues and stuff that they have, they kind of stick to, you know, what they know there. So again, if you go on shopgetty.edu, they're actually, and they do ship anywhere in the world. I don't know if any of you saw my Facebook post. They had at that shop was the most gorgeous set, necklace, earrings, and bracelet set that I've ever seen. It was, they took rosemary, like a whole thing of rosemary, and they dipped it in like bronze, and it was a necklace and bracelet and earrings, and it was absolutely stunningly gorgeous. It was literally the most beautiful set I've ever seen, but it was like $400 or something. Not something, but it gave me an idea, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll try to do something like that. I don't know. Hi, Tar Apple. So, I also got 2 sets of cards there, which I haven't been playing with because I wanted to show them first. The first set, and they had several different cards, like card decks that were along the lines of what we do all the time. The first one was herbs and medicinal plants, and this is put out from the Academy of Natural Sciences, knowledge cards. Herbs and medicinal plants, and this was $13 for the deck. And again, you should be able to get it online. I haven't even opened the deck. It's still in the packaging. But you can see, like, on the back is all the information. It's not resin. It's actually like a plastic kind of thing, like an action figure would be. So it's not, like, really not breakable. It kind of, see how it bends? It's not resin at all. It is more like an action figure, plasticky kind of thing. So anyway, and then on the front is a beautiful picture of the herb. So like I said, I haven't even opened these because I've been waiting to show them. So of course I have to use my teeth and eat plastic just a little. And there is, let's say how many cards. Knowledge cards. 48 cards, and they're really pretty. I saw a deck that was open there. So this is foxglove. So I love how they show the herb in the front, and then they give you all kinds of characteristics on the back of the card, so you can learn more about the herb. Like this says characteristics. It gives you the Latin name, which I won't even try to pronounce. And it says characteristics. It's biennial. It grows to 5 feet in height. Rose to purple colored flowers, whitish red with red spots inside. June to September. Grows in fields and burned areas. And by the way, the reason they chose these, I think, is because most of these, I believe, are in the botanical gardens there at Getty Villa, which, if you saw my Facebook pictures, were just stunning. Oh my gosh, those gardens were gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So each one, there's 48 different herbs. There is basil. Can you guys see the color okay? I know I'm kind of in the shadow here, but I didn't want to be right in the sun because it's hot. Hot, hot. Bay. Calamus. I'm not going to go through all of these, but camphor. So it gives you a good idea. The images are just gorgeous. That is castor bean, which I'll be honest with you, I did not even realize castor was from a bean. I thought it was a regular plant. I didn't realize it was a legume. Which Facebook group? I'm so out of touch. Oh, Witchy Wisdom. Mama Squirrel's Witchy Wisdom. Chamomile. So there's 48 different ones, and they all have these gorgeous images in the front, and they tell you about the herb on the back, which I just absolutely loved. I thought these were great. So that was $13, and that is the herbs and medicinal plants cards. Now that I've opened them, I can look through them finally. Yay! Those of you who saw my quick Facebook Live will have seen that I found an awesome type of sage here that I had not seen before because, you know, I'm from the East, called Canary Island sage. And it is, oh, please be good to me. It is right over there. Oh, yeah. Turn it around, Jen. Duh. Oops, see at my nostrils, guys? Oh, come on. Turn around. Oh, see that purple flowers? Ooh. Okay, get to it. That is Canary Island sage, and that huge plant, I'm going to harvest some of it tomorrow because it's really good for protection, and you can use it in teas, and it's like a great antibiotic substitute. It helps with inflammation, and there's all kinds of great medicinal uses for it. So I'm gonna harvest a bunch of it tomorrow. Is that like castor oil? Yes, that is where castor oil comes from, is the bean, which I did not realize at all. Okay, so the other deck that I got at the Getty Villas was called History Heroes, and this was the Romans. It will most likely root in water. Yes, it might. I did read about it, and it is hard to propagate in the beginning, so you have to like kind of baby it, and it doesn't like a whole lot of water. So as soon as it roots, then you got to put it in drier soil because it's much more adaptive to the drier, you know, drought kind of weather. But once you get it started, you can keep it in your house. So this one is a Roman, and it has Roman gods and goddesses, and it's like flashcards for Roman gods and goddesses. There is 40 different cards, and so it's not just gods and goddesses, it's also like Greek figures and stuff, Mark Antony, and then it has a whole bunch of facts about Mark Antony, and it has a lot of the gods and goddesses, which I thought was really cool to have all those facts about it. Like Boudica. Boudica is a Roman goddess, and I was the queen of the Iceni tribe. I led a rebellion against the Romans in 61 AD. I destroyed Londinium because it was an important Roman port. So it gives you like the history of that figure, that Roman figure. Ceres was a Roman god. And so they're like flashcards. They give you information on the gods and goddesses. Claudius, Cleopatra. They have Constantine, Cupid, Roman god Cupid. I am the Roman god of beauty and love. I am believed to be the son of Venus and Mercury. Like many of the Roman gods, I was adopted from Greek mythology. The Greeks called me Eros, which in the Greek, he was a twin, right? He had a brother. Yeah, it's really cute. Diana, the Roman god Diana, which we know is like the Greek Artemis. So 40 of these cards, and again, Hercules. This was the same thing, $13. I spent $13 a piece on each of the decks, and then of my little Medusa statue, which I've been crazy figuring out like God and Goddess statues that I can bring with me on the road that aren't breakable. I think when I left, I gave a picture of, I have a few statues of Funko statues for God and Goddess, for Maiden Mother Crone, and for the Horned God. I did the Moana goddess for the mother statue, you know, in all her green glory, and, you know, so Mother Gaia kind of. I did, for the crone, I did, yeah, my dark crystal chick, I want to say Agatha, but that's not it. That is how much my brain is fried out here. The sun is frying my brain. My awesome chick, whom I absolutely adore, and I will kill myself for not knowing her name out here. The Dark Goddess chick, who I absolutely love, and I have t-shirts of her, and I can't remember her name. Really? This is what happens when you get old, guys. Who makes those Roman cards? You can get them for sure at the Getty store. Shop.getty.edu. The people who make them are www.historyheroes.co.uk. So it's a UK company. But you can also get them at the Getty. Agra. Thank you, Stephen. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe. I'm like, okay, I know that's not it. My brain is fried. Yeah, Agra. Agra is the crone. And I think Meg from Hercules, the Hercules movie, I had as the maiden. And then for the Horned God, I did a Funko of Krampus, is my Horned God. And they're this big, and they don't take up a whole lot of room, and they're not breakable. So they make great gods and goddesses if you don't have a lot of room and you're worried about your kids breaking them and stuff. Funkos are awesome for gods and goddesses that way too. Just as kind of an idea for you if you need that. What else? I'm not going to show you my Buffy. We went to this awesome, this is a great music shop in LA, which is, still has records and everything, but also has, all right, I am going to show you because apparently I'm just pulling it out. Still have actual albums, and it's a great, great store. But I got a Buffy comic book. You guys know I love Buffy and an Angel comic book at that store in LA, which is Amoeba Music. That was an awesome store in LA, right on the strip there, Hollywood Boulevard. You got that. Okay, I've been working a lot on my Book of Shadows. I have started putting in herbs from different areas in between my pages. And I don't even, oh, they turned out really pretty. I haven't, now the wind comes up. I have not glued them down or anything yet, so I don't want to lose any of them. But like, I have started putting examples of herbs. This is from the last place we went, in the middle of my pages so that I can keep them and talk about properties that I have learned from them and that kind of thing. And I, these are the poppies, like the desert poppies. So I'm going to glue them down into my Book of Shadows. Probably until then, it's going to be hard to show you my book. Yes, this is the Book of Shadows that Dana got me. This is buffalo leather. And Dana bought it for me, and bless her heart, she's just my little Dana. I miss her so much. It is absolutely stunningly gorgeous, and I wanted to make sure that I, did it justice, since I know that she poured her heart into getting it for me, and I'm sure it was expensive. It's not the cost of it to me, it's the thought behind it. She dedicated the front page and everything to me. So, and you know, I just love my little Dana. Okay. I'm trying to think. There's so much that I had to tell you guys, but I don't want to run on and on in one video. Like, I wanted to break it up into different subjects. Like, I have some basic information, going back to basics. I wanted to do at least a video or two about kind of witchcrafting in the minimalist life. I can't even say it, much less do it. You guys who know me know the minimalist part of paring down was super hard for me. But now that I'm out here, I cannot tell you how much stuff I brought that I didn't need to. I'm much more comfortable with a minimalistic life than I was when we started. But it, again, has been a growing curve and a process to learn, like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to need all this stuff. I thought, God, I have candles. I don't think I've lit more than 1 or 2 candles since I've left 6 months ago. Because the moon guides me all the time. Like, I go out and I don't, for one thing, we've been in drought areas for a long time, even though they got a whole lot of snow in the west now this past winter. That still doesn't mean that they are not in a drought and that you have to be super careful with fire. So rather than even deal with that, I have a little flashlight thing that I use, and I have been guided by the moon and Bubba. Oh my gosh, Ty has been so good. He is learning so much out here and just being so much better than he was with other dogs. Not that he's friends with any other dogs, don't get me wrong, but I have a little water bottle, and Ty is not afraid of water, so this is not like a traumatizing thing. But when Ty sees another dog, he gets like this hyper focus thing, and we think that it came from whatever happened to him before. He was a rescue. We rescued him. And he, like, yeah, Stellar Jays. That's Heather. That's exactly what I was just talking about. That flew in front of me that I can't take a picture of. I think it just flew into that tree. They are gorgeous. They're this gorgeous blue and brown. Squirrel. Yes, I love them. I want to get a picture of them while I'm here, but I haven't caught them yet. But so when Ty gets that hyper focus thing, he like starts this weird whine and wants to go after other dogs. Well, I have, when we take him for a walk now, I have my little spray bottle of water, and it literally just like breaks him out of that hyper focus. If I'm like, Ty, and I spray him a little bit, he's not afraid of water. It's not a traumatizing thing. He doesn't cower. He just, like, it breaks him of that hyper focus. And he does not go after the dogs like he was before. Again, he is not friends with any other dog. And I will say it works a lot better with big dogs. Little dogs, we're thinking, I don't know for sure, but we're thinking he was bred, apparently he's a Staffordshire, and apparently he was bred to hunt for rodents. It sounds so funny, but I swear it's something like in his DNA that thinks he has to kill it because it's a rodent. It's a little yappy rodent, and he must go after it. And if he gets his hands on it, it's not a pretty thing. That happened to us early on when we were down in Weslaco, Texas. And it was really scary, and I thought we were going to be in big trouble, but the dog turned out to be okay. But since then, I have been using this spray bottle of water, and he's been so much better. He does not bark at other dogs hardly at all. It just breaks his focus so that he doesn't have this intense hyper focus thing, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to be doing that. And it works incredibly well. So I do recommend that. I would not do it to a dog that water meant trauma to them. I had, like, my son's dog, my son Dustin, his dog is a Shar-Pei, and he hates water. Like, he's traumatized by water. And so, like, I would not do that to him because that would be a traumatizing incident to him. To be sprayed with water would be like the end of the world. So I would not do that to him. But to Ty, he doesn't hate water. He doesn't love it, but he's not afraid of it, and so it's not a traumatizing thing for him. Okay, so yay! I'm so glad we had a time to catch up. I will be starting book club back up. I'm assuming nope, I'm not going to say next week, because I think we get to Portland on Wednesday. We leave here Saturday, but we don't get to Portland on Wednesday. We gave ourselves several days to get there because it's a long drive from here. And in an RV, it's way longer. So I'm going to say the following week, the week after, we will probably be getting back to book club, but I will announce it. I'm sorry that I had to take a couple weeks off. Our internet, we had 0 cell phone service and 0 internet in Yosemite, completely nothing. We were still supposed to be there until the 21st, but we left early. That was part of the reason, but long story. I miss being on so much. Hi, Joe. I can't. I'm going to spit at you, sorry. I can't tell you how much I miss being on. It's so weird to me that I used to be on like every night to just say hello to you guys, and we'd talk about whatever, and I would start a topic, and it's just, I don't know, it's just been so difficult to do that between the internet and you know, being in an enclosed space with my father and husband means that we have to share that space. So if it's not nice outside, if it's not too hot and it's not too cold, and it's not raining, then it's good, but it's really, really difficult. Also, light pinch their haunch to break their focus. I have seen that too. I swear to you, when we were down in San Diego, I almost wanted to find out, because I know he lives down there, Cesar Milan. I almost wanted to find out where he lived and go see him and bring him Ty and be like, here, help. Because he sorry, you guys, I gotta swallow. Hold on. Shut up, Joe. Anyways, because he's such a good dog, and every single other way, he is the best dog ever. It's just that one thing that we really have to worry about, and it terrifies me that something may happen to him because he ends up hurting a dog or something. So it's very worrisome, but the water has helped a whole lot. I'm driving, I can't make jokes. Well, don't text to drive, mister. Drive safely. You know I worry about you. Mama says. I so want to start doing more videos, and I believe I will. I'm not gonna beat myself up over it though, because I've been, you know, on this huge learning thing. I think when I get home, I will be doing more videos. Oops, somebody's smoking. You are, oh, I'm not texting, I'm commenting. You little fucker. Drive. Focus on the road. And I will say, it seems so weird to me. Hi, baby. It seems so weird to me that it's already June, and that means it's nice at home too. Like, I feel like we left in November, so it's supposed to be shitty at home still. It's weird. Spray bottle of, I am living in the moment, exactly. Spray is the only way to make our cat listen. Oh, I bet. Loopholes. Yes, I am living in the moment, exactly. And I'm learning so much, and I really do want to share that. And I plan on it, but like I said, I'm not going to beat myself up over it either. But I swear I have a lot to, when I'm ready to really come back and do a lot more videos, I have a lot to say and a lot of topics to go through. So yay! I hope it's like getting to be wonderful weather. It's June finally, so hopefully around the country it should be getting to be wonderful weather. Keep Nottingham in mind. I don't know if you all know Simon or you heard of that. Nottingham had an attack, which is very, very unusual for over there, and it was very close to where Simon lives. He is Hermit's Cave, the Hermit's Cave on YouTube. And so really scary stuff. Keep the whole country in mind though. I mean, like, the whole world is in this violent, weird place. That's one of the things I'm learning though, is that it is less, I don't know how to say this, it is less prevalent the absolute crazy extremists are less prevalent than we think. So keep that in mind, even though sometimes it seems like it because they're the loudest voices on Twitter and TikTok and stuff is the extremist on one end or the other. Most people are somewhere in the middle. And even if they believe things that you don't believe, they are not crazy pants about it. Like, I really liked Texas, and I'll be honest with you, I was not sure I was gonna like Texas because I kind of thought, ooh, there's gonna be a lot of crazy pants down there. And it's not all the regular people are not the extremist people. It's just they have the loudest voices on social media. And so we tend to lose hope because you think it's everywhere. It seems like everywhere. And if you start to lose hope and get to that point, shut social media off and just go hang out with some normal people, like real life people, for a while until you realize that it's not everyone. It really is not. It definitely seems like it. Some days are extremely difficult to think, how can we live in this world still? But it is definitely not everyone. All right, 41 minutes. I think I have babbled on long enough. I love you guys so much. I miss you guys to death. As I said, we are in Cloverdale until Saturday, and then we will be moving on to Portland, and then to the coast, I think South Beach, Oregon from there, and then up near Seattle, definitely to Washington. We have 2 different campgrounds to go to in Washington, and then we're heading home. August 8th is our last day in a campground, and then we will be heading home, driving across the country, across the top of the country. And then we'll be home for a little bit anyways. We still don't have any place to live besides the RV, so we probably will be going back out. But I miss everyone, so I'll be home for a little bit anyway. Love you guys. And I will post about book club, and I swear to you, I have so many videos to do. It just hasn't happened yet, so I keep trusting in nature's time. Bye. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I appreciate your support and your love and all of that. It means the world to me. Oh yeah, I gotta see, it's been so long. Hold on, how do I get out of here? Oh, I'm telling you, I love you.